This video will be similar in vein of the Final Fantasy 13 rant, and not so much that I hated this game nearly as much as Final Fantasy 13 Part 3, but the point is that I didn't play enough to really kind of give a full review, and I don't want to act like I did. I've only played maybe 2 hours and a half to 3 hours of this game, so I'm not going to fully review it, but I will give you what I think is wrong with this game and the reason why I didn't play it more than the 3 hours that I did. First, let's talk about the good in this game. It has an intriguing premise. Basically, you get shit-faced fly out the damn window, boom, crash, you're like, I can't get up, and then you come out of your own body as a ghost, right? And the ghost is like, oh man, I'm still alive, and he tries to, figure out a way to bring him back to life, and then the guy that threw you out the window comes down the stairs, and is like, pop, 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 and you're dead. That's really how it starts. So, the whole idea of the game is to find out who this killer is, and how the fuck is he a Super Saiyan, because he, like, flings you around the room. So that's an interesting premise in itself that, hey, maybe we're going to get a decent plot, right? Now, the other positive is it's pretty decent voice acting for the most part, especially the main character. Some dialogue here and there is really bad, but overall, it's actually interesting to find out why this poor dude got killed, because he kind of is like this badass who grew up and became a cop only because of certain circumstances. So it's pretty cool to see his story unfold, but at the same time, the rest of the voice acting is also decent enough that it carries the story. And the last positive I gotta say is the mysterious atmosphere. It is really cool to be in this town and kind of gloomy setting with the smoke kind of thing. It looks kind of like a smoky region that you're in, because you are in fact dead, so it's kind of like a different plane, so they can't see you, and I really enjoyed the look of this game. I thought the atmosphere really nailed it. So those are the 3 positives. Now, it doesn't sound like a bad game, and I don't want to turn people away completely, because I don't think it's an awful game. I think it's just a really poorly, how do I say it just didn't live up to its potential that it really could have. One of the big things that's wrong is the pacing is way off. I mean, you will feel bored every 20 minutes of this game, because it's like something interesting happens and then there's just a lot of fucking searching for clues and talking and blah blah blah. It's just not freaking, the pacing's just off. It's off, like to the point where you don't care about the story anymore, which is a shame. Also, the ghosts in this game are really more of a pain in the ass to kill or run away from than anything. If they see you, they chase you through the house. You have to go through like little portals where you kind of hide, and you have to keep like confusing him, and it's pretty easy, but it's just really annoying. Like, I'm a fucking ghost. I want to punch the other ghost in the goddamn face. He looks like a retarded Reaper. And however, you can kill them if you get behind them. You can kill them, which absolutely makes no sense, but it's whatever. It's just not really fun, and the gameplay just feels like it was an added feature because they didn't want to say, oh, we have no gameplay, you know? The other negative is the side characters never really are interesting. That's the problem. While the voice acting is good, the actual interaction with them isn't all that great. You never really care about anyone except maybe the girl that can see you as a ghost. And even her, I was like, wow, that's cliche as hell. But even then, I was like, I'm kind of bored of just watching her talk to me. Shut up and let me go find my killer. So, yeah, I was just really disappointed with the side characters. And on top of that, the side missions are even more boring than the main story. So I advise you just to skip that shit just altogether. Now, the other 2 major things that I picked up while playing glitches. There's not a ton of them, but there are glitches where, like, you especially when you play as a fucking cat, he won't jump when he's supposed to. There's a fucking arrow that says jump, right? So you figure, oh, the cat will go meow and jump, but he doesn't. He just doesn't want to do it. He literally hates my guts. For some reason, I've hurt his feelings, and the cat doesn't want to do it. And other parts, when you're walking through a wall and you go through a wall that you shouldn't be going through, and then you get like fucking into this black vortex of hell. It's just not good. And the last thing, and now I didn't even beat the game, but I've heard that it's only 6 to 7 hours. And there is absolutely no reason to replay this game. So a 6 to 7 hour game at a full $60, no. Just no. There's zero replayability, and it's extremely short. So, like I said, I only played 3 hours. If you don't want to take my opinion into full effect, that is certainly fine. I don't expect everybody to be, a lot of people like when a reviewer finishes the game. That's why I'm not even going to call, a full review. I'm going to call it my half review. So, Murder Soul Spec half review. That sounds really annoying. annoying. I'm just gonna put Murder Soul Suspect review because I basically reviewed the damn game. And it's just really very boring game. So that's my problem. It has a cool idea, but nothing really ever comes together to make it fun, and that's not good in a video game.